The King of Fighters 15. Team Sacred Treasures. In the dead of night, wind blows through a subway tunnel steeped in shadow, causing the tail ends of a man's coat flutter side to side. Behind disheveled bangs hides a cold stare, which turns to the sound of two sets of clacking heels approaching from behind. I hope we have found you in good spirits, Yoriyagami. Seems you're still fruitlessly resisting the call of that blood of yours. Disappointing. The voices belong to Mature and Vice, members of the Orochi clan who haunt Iori like ghosts. The pair of beauties stop a few tiles short of him, their smiles as chilling as they are alluring. We told you that your nightmare was only just beginning. The souls that poured out of that broken vessel continue to wander the earth. Oh, this boiling blood of yours, it's all a portent of despair. The crack in this world's fabric continues to grow and spread. Same crap as always. Purple light floods the station with a roar, drowning out the faint glow of the electric signage. Mature and Vice narrow their eyes at the fierce, steady, and somehow ominous blaze. Iori turns slowly, curling fingers wreathed in purple flame. Get lost. Otherwise, these flames will send you off. To hell, that is. Faced with the fiery savagery, Mature lets out a sign of contentment. Vice, on the other hand, grins like a cat that's found a plump mouse. Light flickers behind the strangely relaxed pair, silhouetting them in purple flame. Their eyes gleam in the intermittent darkness. We'll be in the front row watching you writhe in this nightmare. Make sure to give us a good show. Vice rocks and sways, and Mature leans forward bewitchingly. They stretch out their fingers pointing at Iori, or beyond him. Your destiny lies just ahead. An out-of-service train thunders past, cutting the tension like a knife. Where Iori had been glaring, the two beauties had already vanished. Hair and coat buffeted by the gust of wind, he slowly clenches his hand, flames now dissipated. The sound of heels clacking on the tiles once again appears behind Iori. As the measured steps move closer, he feels eyes on his back. Oh, so this is where you were. I've been looking all over for you. At the woman's voice, Iori turns. The dignified voice belongs to Chizuru Kagura. She stares directly at Iori and continues to speak. Iori Yagami, will you join me as part of Team Sacred Treasures? The scenery changes. A flock of pigeons takes off against a backdrop of thin clouds rolling in the clear sky. A young man whiles away time in a park in the corner of the city, far from the metropolitan hustle and bustle. As the water fountain burbles behind him, the man, Kyo Kusanagi, glances down at his watch. A minute before the arranged meeting time, a motorbike engine purrs through the tranquil thicket. Oh, my apologies. I hope you didn't wait too long. The sports bike stops in front of him, and Kyo shrugs at the woman gracefully dismounting it. Pretty late for you, Kagura. They sealed off the highway due to a traffic accident. I rushed over as fast as I could. Hey now, you better not have broken the speed limit getting here. After glancing over the bike, Chizuru takes off her helmet and knits her beautiful brows at Kyo's teasing. You know I wouldn't do something like that. She takes a moment to collect herself before locking eyes with Kyo, gravitas in her gaze. Now, onto the main subject, Kusanagi. As he begins to listen to what Chizuru has to say, the wisecracking attitude vanishes from his face. the warmth of the sunshine that had filled the park disappears, as if clouds were passing over the sun. A faintly chilly shade falls over the pair. Remember Verse? That mysterious monster that appeared in the last tournament? Orochi's residual spirit wasn't all that it resurrected. Yeah, you're talking about these guys, aren't you? Kyo takes out his phone in response. His screen shows a photo Chizuru had sent to him a few days prior. 3 individuals blending into the cityscape, members of the Orochi clan they had supposedly defeated and sealed away. Chizuru frowns at Kyo's hardened expression and continues to speak in a hushed tone. Since then, some sort of power has begun to interfere with Orochi's seal. The Yatta clan can still ward it off for now, but this power grows day by day. Do you think it's their doing? Kyo points at his phone, but Chizuru shakes her head in response. I'm afraid that is beyond my knowledge. Even so, this seems somewhat different from the power of the 4 heavenly kings. If I had to describe it, it's as if the natural order of the world itself is being altered. Chizuru pauses. A strong wind kicks up, rustling the trees noisily. Crows caw in the distance. Are they trying to start something? Or perhaps they've been wrapped up in this again? I'll need your and Yagami's help if I'm going to figure out the truth. Sunlight suddenly cuts through the cloud over. Chizuru turns to face Kyo with a sense of formality, her voice elegant and dignified. Kyo Kusanagi, will you join me as part of Team Sacred Treasures? Kyo shifts his eyes from hers to his feet. Man, I've told you this stuff with the ancestors and duties has nothing to do with me. Besides, just thinking of being all buddy-buddy with Yagami makes me sick. I can't do it. Having spoken his mind, Kyo lets out a short sigh. Or at least that's what I'd like to say. I doubt you'd give up that easily. Just this once, alright? He raises his head to meet Chizuru's gaze. His stiff, disgruntled grimace, along with any resignation or shock, is gone from his face. Only a wry smile remains. Seeing this, the priestess' anxious expression melts away, and her lips turn up into a smile of their own. Thank you, Kusanagi. But the next moment, Kyo turns away. I'll team up with you, but I have one condition. What condition? Once everything's cleaned up, I don't want to hear any complaints about what I do afterward. Kyo tosses these words over his shoulder, somehow eliciting a strained laugh from Chizuru. She murmurs in a voice quieter than the rustling grass. 2 peas in a pod you are. Huh? Did you say something? Oh no, it's nothing. Chizuru reaches toward her motorbike and picks up her helmet. Straddling the bike again, she speaks to Kyo as he watches her with a hint of reservation. I understand if we fulfill our goal, I promise not to meddle with both of your affairs. But until the threat to Orochi's seal is eliminated, our mission as Team Sacred Treasures takes priority, and I expect your cooperation. Sure, I'll cooperate. I'll give you the bare minimum at least. Chizuru raises an eyebrow to his lackluster reply before revving her engine and zooming away. After watching her leave, Kyo looks back to the smartphone in his hand. A different message from before is displayed on the screen. On the sender line, one word: Dad. Okay, so what the hell am I gonna do about this pain in the ass? Though he sounds at a loss, his finger swipes through his phone until he reaches a certain phone number. He taps it without hesitation and brings the phone to his ear as he begins to walk. Yo, Benimaru, got a favor to ask you.